Real quick opener. I opened the door on my way over here from one stairwell to the next, because we live within spitting distance, and at the front door is a fucking Panda Express order, like on my front door, and I look over, I'm like, hey, babe, the fuck is a Panda Express order doing in our front door? Because I saw in the garbage can a Panda Express box, so my wife had Panda Express last night for dinner. So why is there another dinner? Oh, I thought they lost that one, so I had it canceled and refunded, and I ordered it again. I'm like, you canceled it, refunded, ordered again, got your new food. It's kind of clear as day in front of our door, Ben, with a fucking blue. First off, I keep thinking we have package thieves around here. Because I've had some packages that go missing, but I think it's more USPS being a piece of shit than it is any package thieves. Because I had food with a fucking Powerade sitting in front of my house
all night,
and no one touched it.
If only we lived somewhere where that food would still be edible.
So it gets me to my next point.
At 7 a.m.
Her very next statement was, "Well, I guess I got food for today." And I'm like, I am not letting you eat food that has sat outside all fucking night.
In Florida.
We're
not talking like Texas in sub-zero weather.
You're fucking pregnant. Throw that shit away.
Right.
God damn it.
That reminds me, the other day, my roommate got like pizza.
Yeah.
And he ordered it like, even if he ordered it the last second before they stopped delivering, that's like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's like 4 a.m. and the pizza's been sitting out on the counter all night. And I go, you gonna fucking do something with this? He goes, I was gonna like eat it in the morning. I'm like, yeah, but you gonna leave it out? He's like, I go, you do realize you ordered this at like, it's been like fucking 10. It's been sitting out for like 8 hours already. And he's like, oh, I go, do you usually leave food out for, like, you're going to go to sleep, but you're going to eat it in the morning? It's like, do you normally leave food out for 12 hours?
The mold is flavor rushes.
Yeah, I'm like, you do this regularly? Because I'm like, you don't just throw the I'm going to, I grabbed the pizza box, like, I looked at him in disbelief, never broke eye contact, grabbed the pizza box, walked like backwards, looking at him, opened the fridge, threw it in there, never breaking eye contact. I was like, and at that time, even, I'd have been like, normally, I would have been like, man, this has been sitting out a while. I don't know if I should eat it. But he was like, gonna just say, oh,
whatever,
what the fuck, man?
Can't get away with that shit the closer you get to 40, man.
Well, I don't know that. Age has a lot to do with that. I mean,
yeah, you can survive those mold attacks when you're younger, though.
Mold or food poisoning. Food poisoning has
fucking
has no age discrimination.
Some flies laid eggs in it and shit.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's like, leaving like food that sits outside all night.
Oh no.
Yeah, your wife's. That reminds me. Also, I remember we told the story of your wife melting the air fryer.
That's true.
So I fucking was cooking the other day.
Uh-oh.
And it was one of those like 2 burner days.
Yeah.
Usually I only cook on 1 burner. It's like a stovetop. Like it's not the coils. It's the
ceramic top.
The ceramic top. Yeah. So it's like a surface. Mm-hmm. So you're used to like treating it like a surface. Like if it was like the coils, normally you wouldn't sit stuff on them anyways.
Yeah.
Because this is a counter most of the time.
Yeah.
You forget. And so it was one of those deals where I was trying to use 2 burners and I was using the 2 larger ones, which are in opposite corners. And so I made the pasta on the back one and I dump it in the colander or strainer or whatever in the sink. And I forget that burner's hot. And when I'm making the rest of the food, I throw the shredded cheese in it. And I leave the bag of shredded cheese on that back burner. It's not on anymore, but it's hot.
You made like a ghetto pizza.
It's hot, and so like 5 minutes later, I'm starting to smell like food cooking still.
Oh,
And I went and
yeah.
looked in there, and like the plastic had melted and the
Yeah.
cheese had oozed all out everywhere. I had and it was like one of those big like $10 bags of shredded cheese. So it was like a lot of cheese. It was like a lot of the Mexican blend or whatever you call it. And I was like,
Was your first thought?
I immediately thought of your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your second thought then going, God damn it, that's an expensive bag of cheese?
No, what I did was I grabbed some of the. I was like, well, this is all trash, so let
Yeah.
me throw a little more cheese in what I made. Because you couldn't like salvage the melted part because it was like it was half cheese, half plastic bag at that point.
And quick tip for everybody at home: if this ever happens to you, just turn the burner off. When it cools down, that shit will scrape right off that ceramic top.
Oh yeah.
So don't clean it up when it's hot. Just wait till it cools down.
No, you'll just ruin more things.
Yeah. It'll just make you more aggravated. Just sigh. Notice you're a dumbass. Turn everything off. Come back in an hour. Scrape it up. You're good to go.
Yeah, it came off with like a razor blade.
Yeah, it doesn't take. Those ceramic tops are pretty magical.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot if you can't scrape off of them.
That's like the first time in like the 5 years I've lived here that I've ever done that. And of course, it was within a week of you telling me a story of your wife doing it.
I mean, the air fryer was the air fryer. That was the that was the WrestleMania main event one. She's not bags of cheese, but she's burned plastic and some other stuff on these burners before.
Normally I only use the front one.
Yeah. See, I'm a front left guy. Because that's the bigger burner.
The big one, yeah. But the other big one's the back right one.
Yeah, the far
The
right.
back right one you forget when you don't normally use it. And like you're just working with other stuff and then something just slides back onto it and you're like, oops.
And it happens by accident sometimes because if you're cooking multiple things, you're not thinking about shit, you know?
No. The good thing about those is that that little light in the front, there's like a little red light that says, like lets you know that the top's still warm. So like when you're done cooking, like you can go back in there and be doing something else and accidentally put something on a warm or hot burner if you're not paying. The light's good for that, but when you're just in the middle of doing things and you just totally forget one of those burners was just on, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to go spend another $10 on cheese.
Should get that government cheese.
Government's not exactly been. So I didn't tell you, maybe I did tell you that someone's using my social security number for unemployment.
Really?
Benefits. Yeah. Because I was like, well, I'm not working now,
Yeah.
but technically, like, I don't really need to collect unemployment. I'm doing okay, but I qualify for it.
Yeah.
I'm technically unemployed.
You are unemployed.
I'm doing my own thing that nobody needs to know about. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Let me just see if I can get anything.
Yeah.
And so I start filling stuff out and whatever. And then it like accepts my claim. And then when you go to like file, because it's like you have to file every week for your money.
Yeah.
So I go and I do that. And it's like, what's your PIN number? I'm like, oh, what PIN? I never got a confirmation email or. So I'm like, I click the thing where it says, I don't know my PIN. Email me my PIN. And off only things I was able to submit was my social security number. So when I enter that and said, I don't know my PIN, email it to me, it goes, we are going to email it to your email address. And it confirms it by showing you the first and last letter. It's like HXXXXXX0 or O at mail.com. And I'm like, I've never had an email address that starts with an H in my life.
Yeah.
Like since the beginning of email.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, there's something shady here. So
H sounds like a brother.
it could be my brother, or it could be maybe there's someone at my old job that knows I'm unemployed. That's doing it. A schmeshmeka or someone.
Well played, sir. Well played. Continue your story.
Oh, I ride the line. There's no repercussions for me anymore. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I see that.
Mr. Apolitical over there. Also. So the funniest thing was I call and I finally get someone on the phone because it's always automated things.
Yeah.
And finally find a number where someone answers and she's like, oh, it's terrible, blah, blah, blah. I'll make a note And here's an automated, like she gave me like all the steps to call this other number.
Yeah.
I'd hit star, hit 3, hit 4, just so I would jump. I wouldn't even have to listen to the menu options.
Yeah.
Which is like very helpful
Yeah.
to get to like a claim specific department. This may be in the weeds. I don't know. Maybe people find this interesting. But so I call that and she's like, yeah, just have them, maybe they can get you started. Now that I've made a note
Yeah.
of it, to get started so you can start getting unemployment. And she was like, and for the weeks that you know, maybe some back log stuff, since this is an issue, retroactive or whatever they call it. So I call that number, like, because I talked to her Friday, like on like fucking Monday or Tuesday this week. Guy's like, oh, I don't know anything about this. There's nothing in the system, blah, blah, blah.
The note?
Yeah. So I go through with him, and he's like confirming all my information.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, from what you're telling, this definitely sounds like fraud. I'm going to send it to the fraud stuff. They'll contact you.
Yeah.
You know, I take this, you know, and he gets on his hot, like, he's like an Islander guy, and but he was cool. And he's like, you know, I find nothing more vile than people, you know, stealing off of other people's, you know, cheating the system and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, this guy's really fired up. He's in my corner, blah, 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 yada, yada. So like 2 weeks go by. I never hear from the fraud department.
Yeah.
And I'd rather I don't even need the payments.
Yeah.
But I just want to know that like whoever is being looked after, that they're not cashing checks anymore. And then maybe someone's like going to get them.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
And so I call again, and this lady like immediately is like, well, I can't help you with that. The other guy that I called, the same number, same exact routine to get to this department. Guy was like talking to me for 45 minutes, trying to find out information, blah, blah, blah. This is like, I can't help you. You, for all I know, you could be fraudulent. And I'm like, yeah, but when I was on the phone with the last guy, you know, it was like, so I'm like, all right, fuck you. So she gave me like, so then now I'm on to my third number in department over the course of 3 weeks.
Hooray, government.
And I don't think anything's progressed.
No.
And so like,
because when he hung up with you, he looked over at his friend in the other cubicles. Sounded great, right?
He's like, he turned to him and goes, I think someone's onto us. Let's send this to the circular file, and hope he doesn't call back because I'm enjoying the whatever a week I'm getting off of his social security number. I really laid it on thick and made him think that I was gonna help him catch this guy.
Time to go buy another Lego set.
So this lady gave me like the number to like the fraud department.
Yeah.
And so at like
the number you should have gotten from the first go.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, I wasn't necessarily trying to like file a fraud case. I was just trying to get them to clear whatever was on my social security number so that I could steal checks from the government instead of whoever else is actually doing it with my information. And so then that was like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm like, I call that number and it was like, it's a 2-hour wait. And I'm like, fuck that. So I held the phone. I said, I'll try Monday at 7 a.m. You know, it's and Monday at 7 a.m. I probably won't even be bothered with it. I'll be like, fuck it. As long as I don't eventually get in trouble for collecting unemployment checks with that social security number, I think that's all I'm worried about at this point. Like, I'm not even like, listen, free money's free money. I'll take it all day long. But what if those stimulus checks don't clear in your account? My stimmy check, baby, that's different. That's from the IRS. That's not from Florida unemployment. Those are two different things.
Oh, okay.
But from what I would understand is that even if like, because we're 1099, so it's not like we've even been paying into anything. Yeah. So like, it's kind of like maybe I would get some unemployment based off of the fact that I'm going to be paying taxes on last year's monies. Yeah. But it's more like, even if I don't qualify for that, maybe I qualify for that extra bonus stuff they've been giving away lately. Yeah. The extra 300 or 400 or 600. I don't even know what it is, because I don't. I'm not really that. I haven't filed for anything or collected anything. I've been unemployed plenty over the last couple of years, but I haven't exactly collected a lot of unemployment over the last couple of years.
I was so bad.
I never bother with it.
It was so bad you had to sleep on the floor.
That was not. Trust me.
Oh man, that's funny.
I could always afford a mattress. Okay?
And there's somebody who's worked in customer service before, and any, when I worked at Chewy, there'd be times customers would call with situations like, "Hey, yeah, can you take a note of my account?" And it's like there's like literally no way that we can do this, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah, and you like pretend you're writing in the air.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Mr. Grayson, yeah, definitely. Oh,
The best
I'm
is
so
when
sorry.
you pretend you're writing something down and you kind of repeat it to them, like
Yeah.
S-A. How do you spell that? And you're not writing nothing down.
No, nothing.
We've all been there. So when I hear it on the other end of the phone,
Yeah.
I'm just picturing myself bullshitting.
Yeah.
someone else.
You're just having a great conversations. Which
I knew after that first time where she's like, I'm making a note to your attached to your like social security number, whatever it was. And then when I called, the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We have nothing here. I was like, oh, okay, here we are.
It's just a drawing of a smiley face.
I forgot I'm calling like local government stuff. You know,
It's pretty much. It's my favorite thing. We're like, oh yeah, the such and such, the government is going to do this and this, and I'm like, oh, you're so delusional, but that's funny. It's cute. Keep up the lie. Keep up the lie that you're gonna that's gonna work smoothly. That's why I'm always terrified of something happening in that situation. Like if something happened to my social security number, because I'm like, that's gonna take months to fix.
Yeah,
it's gonna take months.
Well, the guy was like the middle guy, the guy that pretended like he was actually helping and spent 45 minutes with me.
Yeah.
He's like, do you know anybody that would have access to all this stuff, like your driver's license and your social security number? And literally, like the only place thing that would have both is the last job I was at. And so I'm wondering if that man in charge or his girlfriend did anything, because you're shaking your head because you don't want to be a part of this. But I'm just saying that guy was like, do you have any enemies or something? I'm like, none that would have that information.
Do you have any enemies?
Right? I'm like, no. I go, no. The only people that would have that information, because I literally got a new driver's license for this job, because my old license had kind of been... had kind of...
So, Mr. Temples, what does your rogues gallery look like?
Right. Well, I've the golden glider, the Pied Piper, Captain Cold. I'm just naming all of Flash's villains.
I mean, the only person that I could see that
Captain Boomerang
that would fuck with you in any way, and it would only be for his amusement, is Jackie's ghost.
Right.
Which hasn't reared its head yet. So
yeah, but he never had that like mean-spiritedness thing.
No, it would all be fun stuff. It would all be.
It would
fun
be like
stuff.
it would be like putting me on a call list for Miami Dolphins season tickets.
You
or
would just get pizza showing up at your house
like he does.
In order.
Oh, you want to hear about that?
What?
So, Anthony, of course, has this huge fan following from TikTok.
We know.
And so he gets sent food and whatever all the time.
This guy.
And I think someone bought him, I don't know how it got into it, but I think someone sent him a pizza. So literally on when we were talking about it on his furlough files thing, I was like, well, I want a pizza. And so I gave my address out on the podcast.
Oh, Ben.
And said someone, what do I care? What is someone going to do? I was like, and if you want to do it between like 5:30, that would be great. And so the next day, no free food came.
Oh.
Nobody cared about me.
Nobody loves Grumpy Ben.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Is it still Grumpy Ben, or we moved on?
I don't care. You can call me whatever you want.
I call you friend.
Oh, we're borderline queer here.
Whoa!
We can't say that stuff?
I don't know, man. I don't know where it lies anymore. Listen, they took the Mister from Potato Head, so...
Well, I made a point. I think I made a fair point about that.
You did.
Is that like that is like the most progressive toy out there?
It really is from the moment it existed. You
ever since it was a Mr. and a Mrs. Potato Head, the parts are completely interchangeable.
Yeah.
That toy has been in transition, so to speak. You could swap any parts at all. So that's as male or female as you want it, any percentage you want.
They do the Toy Story movies.
It's so it's like there's no need to worry about calling them Mr. or Mrs. you could transition that toy anytime you want into whatever you want.
Have you ever seen a 3-year-old walk up to its mother and go, "The pronouns are all wrong"?
I'm confused.
Come on, man. It's a fucking toy.
Well, I don't upset anybody out there,
This
but
cancel culture shit is nonsense.
It is silly.
It's getting silly. It's getting really silly.
You can only be born like with with one of two parts, and like after that, you could confuse yourself all you want. I don't care. I don't care where. Hey, listen,
it doesn't affect us.
Dress yourself up,
Whatever makes you
however
happy.
you want.
Yeah.
Act however you want. Cut off whatever you want.
Fuck whatever you want.
Add on whatever you
Yeah.
want. Suck whatever dick you want.
Or don't at all.
Right. Or whoever you want to have suck your
Yeah.
dick. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Just stay away from the sheep, because that's weird.
I mean, if you want to fuck a sheep, I don't care either.
But how do we know if the sheep is consensual?
I don't care. It's a
Okay.
sheep, man.
All right, fair enough.
They don't consent to the shearing either. So
All right, that's true. That's true. I'll tell you what I'm worried about is BGC's articles and stuff, and I've talked to my brother, and yeah, I'm worried about, like, when the kid's born and has to be around other kids and stuff, like navigating some of this. Some of these parents, ooh, buddy.
Parents are dangerous. Schools are dangerous. Like all of it.
Navigating this is going to be interesting.
I think it's a lot of common sense and just parenting. But
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you got some.
But you've always been like when we were kids. There was always like friends whose parents were weird and whatever, and your family just said, yeah, they're different. We don't do it that way. That's it. That was it.
Like
and when those kids came in, here's the difference. When those kids came over to our house, it was our rules.
Yeah.
It wasn't whatever your family.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry, little Tommy. Not every toy in my daughter's collection has a gender neutral name. So you're just gonna have to pick the boys and the girls and have fun with that. Sorry, I can't help you. we don't live in your fantasy world.
I have no idea what gender my stormtroopers were. That's
and you know what? I don't think they did either.
And all those aliens. It was like I don't know.
Aliens kind of
Hammerhead. The Hammerhead toy could have had a penis. I don't know.
Mm.
When they're that small, they don't usually carve them on there.
It's got the little. What's it? The kin nub.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So driving around, as everyone knows, I listen to ESPN on the radio because it's either that or NPR or the same 7 songs on our fucking classic rock station. So I like sports, so I listen to sports.
Yeah,
radio.
the state of actual terrestrial radio
is awful.
is an abysmal.
Terrible. And the truck, I can't like plug in my phone and listen to Spotify. I can't do any of that nonsense. So I listen to sports radio all day. So earlier this week, Tiger Woods, he got one past the Grim Reaper, and he survived.
So
the car wreck.
are we just like I just assumed
What?
he got pilled up and flipped the car?
No, they came out and said there was no drugs, no alcohol involved.
Well, they said they didn't test him for any.
Oh, we had other issues like bones sticking out of his body and shit.
Right. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, let's be honest here. They said that there was no like testing.
Well, from what I'm to understand, like the area of which he wrecked, they have that issue because cars go way too fast and there's winding roads and
All I hear is single car
Yeah.
incident, and that's always like driver error.
Yeah.
And then the driver error is usually like, come on. I mean, the guy's just came off back surgery again. I'm not gonna say he was on anything because that might open me up for a lawsuit where he could take 100% of the nothing I own.
Yeah.
But
that shirt right off your back, buddy.
right. But it leads me to think the pessimistic person in me. It leads me to be from all the problems he's had in the past. I was literally thinking, assuming, which is probably like bad on my part.
Yeah,
was a combination of 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
It was like he was probably had been up all night the night before partying with some porn star Waffle House waitress, and then it's a combination of both because he has done both. And then it's like it's either a washer porn star that now works at the Waffle House or a girl that was discovered at the Waffle House and now does porn.
With OnlyFans, anything is possible.
Right, everything is possible. Not anything, everything is possible. And then I just assumed that he took too many back pain pills.
I think he's
But you think he just swerved miss hitting a squirrel or something?
something like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Shame on me. Shame on me for dumping on someone, kicking someone while they're down.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a while before he can get back up again, figuratively and literally. And listen, I got nothing against Tiger, but here's my I had two thoughts.
He's got an excuse for never winning a Masters again. Finally.
Well, here's the thing. It's part of one of my thoughts, Ben. The only other time I'd seen an accident like this that seemed kind of weird was when Stephen Strange wrecked his car. So if Tiger Woods goes on a fucking run in like 6 months, he starts winning tournaments, that motherfucker's a magician. He's a sorcerer supreme, and I don't want to hear shit about it. But here's the weird thing about all of this. So when he gets in this wreck, and within like the first hour or two, we don't even know if he's no one knows, live or die. We just know he survived the crash, severe injuries, he's in critical condition at a hospital, and you're all thinking like fuck, man, like we might lose Tiger Woods a year from the date that we lost Kobe. Like
was it a year from the day, or
it was close? It's close. It's like within like a week or two. And so it's just weird. It's like fuck, man. Like, and the thing is, like he was very public out doing stuff with like I think he was doing charity stuff with like Dwayne Wade and
well, that was the thing they were doing
or they're filming a show or something.
They were doing something that was like celebrity charity filming stuff, and it was like the second day of that.
Yeah. So
I'm like, so I was like, that's the only reason I was like maybe he's not on something or drunk or high. Was two things. Was that it was like early in the morning.
Yeah.
So either he'd pulled an all-nighter.
And the roads might be slick.
Or,
you don't know.
No. Well, I'm saying I'm discounting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not discounting all the stuff I immediately assumed.
Yeah.
Was also that like it's too early to be drinking unless he's still drinking from the night before, which I doubt because, all these people are now middle-aged adults. I just know from personal experience you can't go like that anymore. And then two, he was going to do more of that he wouldn't have probably it was probably a day to not be a junkie drunk scumbag.
I think we all
of all the days to keep it together is a day when you got to work.
Tiger, what were you doing last night? I was doing lines of coke off this OnlyFans Waffle House stripper porn star. Holy shit, that's a great night.
Listen, I
don't discount it. Listen, that sounds like a fantastic time.
I only say these things because they're all things he's done.
Yeah, he's done it before.
He's like he has like literally a Waffle House girl.
Yeah,
and a and I forget the name of the porn star.
I can't remember.
But I've seen her bang many times on my computer. And Jocelyn James. No. I'm.
You were calling.
And Jocelyn James, I think she had big fake tits. And we know he was a junkie.
Yeah,
he's crashed his car from being on.
Well, here's the thing. Here, like two immediate thoughts hit me. I was like, one. Like
I could say all this because he's not dead.
Yeah,
I'm not like slandering someone.
Well,
I am slandering someone, but
like one, he's gonna be Stephen Strange, and two, I was like, how does a guy like Tiger Woods not have a driver?
Because I mean,
he's got a lot of car problems in the past. You would think at this point he's just got somebody he pays to take him from A to B. It's not like he's hurting for money.
Well, I mean, some people like to drive. Two, some people don't want to be around other people, so you don't want to have a. Well, I don't. Some people like having a driver, but that's not like in California. I don't think you have drivers as much as you do in New York. You know what I mean? Like
I would think in California you'd
have because no. There's no. I don't think so. Especially where those people.
I mean, I see what you're talking about in New York because you're inner city. You don't want to own a vehicle because that's just way too much of a headache.
Well, you would own a vehicle. Your driver. I mean, when you have a driver, they're driving your
vehicle
for you.
Yeah,
they're full time for you.
Yeah,
so it's still your vehicle, but I think I don't know. I think just in California, it's not the same thing.
Anyway, we're getting off base. Here's what fucking miffed me. So it happens in the middle of like the 9 a.m. So I think it was like No, it was like 10. So it was right after Greeny. I know all this because I have the whole schedule. And they start talking about it, and they get through all the details. And then
But there are no details at that hour.
well, but once later in the day we find out he's okay. Well, excuse me. He's going to live. It's going to require a lot and medical technology, Tiger's money, and
He's getting bionic legs. I think they should like I would have said just cut him off.
But here's
put
the
some
thing.
new
Here's
ones on.
a man who, from everything we know, fucking completely shattered one ankle, fucked up both his legs. Like, he's just coming off back surgery. He's 45 years old. The only thing they could talk about later in the day, once they realized that he was gonna survive and live through this, is like, well, what's the road back to the Masters look like for Tiger Woods? And I'm like, I don't fucking think he gives a flying fuck about golf right now. I think he cares about one thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about it. But it's still
But
a
to
discussion
see the sports world, like, I mean, I think we can all agree that you heard the news and you're like,
yeah, but he'd come back from his problems, and he was being a professional golfer again, and he was competitive again. He wasn't
It
winning
just
that
seemed-
much, but he was being competitive again, and then it's this. So it's what else are you going to
seems
talk
such
about?
bad taste. You talk about he's doing fine. We'll report back and update as we can. Now let's move on because there's so much more in the sports world you can talk about than whether or not Tiger Woods is going to play golf again.
No, because there was nothing good. There's nothing going on in the sports.
Yeah,
world right
man.
now.
Fucking listen to all this Deshaun Watson stuff. The
There's
Russell
no-
Wilson stuff
There's
came out
no
this week.
No, there's no. Yeah, but that's all bullshit. There's no actual real sports being played right now. It's like early basketball.
We talking about early basketball. It's mid-season. It's
It's-
right before the All-Star break.
Right, that's early. It's the first half of the season. That's early basketball.
Fucking Heat made a run. They beat the Utah Jazz last night.
Yeah.
Number one team in the NBA, buddy.
Ooh, everyone has a good day and a bad day as far as I'm concerned.
Oh.
So anyway.
Yeah, but no, it's just
No,
to
so-
me it's bad taste, man. It's bad taste. To
I don't
talk
know
about
You-
that shit.
I don't know. I think you're crazy.
I don't
think
like it.
You're
I don't
just
like
looking
it at
for
all.
problems.
I was like, let
You're
that man
full of shit.
alone. He's been through a lot in his
He's
life.
not doing anything. They're just wondering, like, if he can play, if he's going to play again. That's legitimate. I think that's legitimate.
I will say if he comes back and he wins another fucking tournament,
Nobody
he's,
ca- I don't
he's
care
a
about
sorcerer supreme.
I don't care.
And I'm
about
calling
that.
it
Why?
now.
It's fucking legs. He can stand on. If he has to stand on sticks, he'll stand on sticks as long as he can swing the club.
Or
He's
if he
fine.
gets like real bionic
He-
legs,
he-
like Oscar Pistorius.
Anyways, yeah, he'd probably be better. My point, I was going to say that I was from the other side of it was that I was on the computer early in the morning and I put the TV on and I usually have the news on for the first couple hours and all it was for like 2 hours straight
was Tiger.
was not only was it Tiger, but it was literally the aerial helicopter shots of the fucking rolled car.
yeah.
And then it was
As
aerial
if-
helicopter shots of them towing
Yeah.
the car to wherever they were like dumping it.
Which, by the way, for that car company, dude, you could say, "Hey, you could roll over and you won't die." Ask Tiger. Like that's the best marketing
I don't know.
strategy.
He got pretty fucked up though.
He survived.
Yeah.
The officers in the scene were like, "Yeah, 90% you die from shit."
Yeah,
like
but
this.
what if that was from like a 20-mile-an-hour roll?
I think
That might not be an endorsement for the car. It'd be like it would be like basically like be really careful in our car because even the slightest calamity, like,
he
fuck your shit up.
He pulled over to pee. It was too close, and the car just rolled over.
Right? He was almost yeah. It's like
No, I'm pretty sure the car was. They said there was like no skid marks or anything. It would suggest that like he just flew off the fucking road. He was doing like 70 or some
he
shit.
probably. I was about to make more junk.
Okay, I know.
Dropped the pill on the floor, bent over to pick it up, and looked back up, and all of a sudden he was hitting a tree.
Sticking that needle in his dick, and it was like, ah!
In his dick.
I don't know what heroin people do.
No, I think that's a boner situation.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, isn't there like some weird like when the pills stop working, there's injectables and stuff like that?
With any luck, you and I will never know enough about this, and that because we'll never be close enough to the subject to know enough about this.
Now I'm afraid to ever open my dad's fridge again.
Oh shit. I don't know. I just thought that shit was out of taste. I was like, how about you wait till like he's walking again and being around his family and not fucking getting by in a hospital.
Does he have family? Does his family talk to him?
Yeah. Like
Why do you assume that?
No, because
he was a piece of shit.
No, he rebuilt his life, Ben. Like
what does that mean?
Last month he just did that golf tournament with his son for the first time, and it was like a big moment.
Yeah, I didn't know he had even had a son.
Oh my god!
I just knew he had a hot blonde wife that he cheated on a gazillion times, and that she hated his guts.
I think she's over it.
Is she?
Well, I think the color of money helped heal the wounds.
Well, I mean, the check's cash. She doesn't have to like him though.
But
I thought maybe the kids hated him too because
no, he did the golf. His son. The whole big thing last month was his son like has his swing and mannerisms and is like. He's like an 11-year-old, and he's really good.
Maybe he's a good golfer that wants nothing to do with his father, though. I don't know.
My God. I'm using you, father, just for your
Using
golf
him,
skills.
He doesn't have to use him. He just has to be good at golf. He doesn't have to. You understand what I'm saying? He could decide to follow in his father's footsteps. He could be really good and still hate his father for being a cheating, junkie piece of shit.
Pretty sure this isn't a Luke Anakin situation here.
It's not even that.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't hate his father.
I don't know. Do you? Wait, do you? Did they golf together?
Yes.
Okay, well then they like each other.
Like
I don't know.
I watched this.
I don't know. I don't fucking listen to fucking sports radio all day. I don't watch golf.
Yeah.
No
one watches golf.
All I know is the mainstream stuff, and that's when Tiger's fucking up. That's the only time they cover Tiger.
It's been a while though. He's been good. He's been good. And then he went. And then I guess maybe.
Nah, see, there's some people. It's like I'm never gonna root for a guy like Tiger. He's just like he's had it too good. And he's been a total piece of shit the whole time.
Okay.
Same thing with Kobe. Kobe, fuck him. I'm not just because he's dead doesn't make him a saint. Automatically make him a saint. The guy,
I agree with that.
Was always a total piece of shit.
I don't know if I agree with that.
He was always a piece of shit. It's like people didn't like him. Listen, we're gonna go right back into the same old territory.
Yeah.
The guy gave himself his own nickname. That says everything you need to know about him. Anyone that tries to give himself his own nickname is a piece of shit. That doesn't float. And the fact that he got away with it.
Who gave Magic Johnson his nickname?
Someone that was really impressed with his dick. That's a Magic Johnson.
Touche, sir. Touche. You know what? I'm not sorry I asked that question.
That was like in today's day and age, it would be like the caller ID would come up, Magic Johnson, and they're like, "Who is that?" Oh, that's Pete from down the street. Why you call it Magic Johnson? And wait until you let him fuck you. You'll never call him anything else ever again.
You got to make a dick appointment.
Like, what's his real name?
Irvin Johnson, I think.
Is it Johnson? Is Johnson's last name?
I think it's Irvin
At
Magic
least,
Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Magic's not his middle name.
It might legally be now.
Wow.
I mean, he used his money to cure AIDS. That's pretty magical in my mind.
Did you just totally make that shit up?
I saw a South Park episode.
Oh, okay.
South Park's never wrong, sir.
At least you're quoting something.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just make that shit up.
I thought maybe because he got AIDS like 30 years ago.
I think if money was the only reason that you can be cured from AIDS, we'd still have Freddie Mercury. So, although I don't know if that would have stopped him.
He
was far in the weeds with a lot of shit.
That was before money could help you with that stuff.
That's before they really even knew what it was or what was happening. Or
no.
It was real early though because they did live. I want to say Live Aid, right? That was the famous.
No, but
concert.
he died in the early 90s. It wasn't like.
I didn't see the movie.
What was the movie? Movies take liberties. I'm just trying to remember when I remember hearing him die, and it was I was
93, 94, right?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I was in college, so
yeah.
I just remember that song came out. They had done some recordings while he was really sick, like the
one where he just did the one hitter quitter there.
No.
Like he just walked in, did the song, and that was that. It was a really.
I think you're quoting the movie again. I think
I've never seen the movie.
No, they
quote.
They had an album come out, and that one song that's a hit, "The Show Must Go On" or whatever. Yeah, that was like fucking.
He walked in
like a year before he died.
The famous story is he walked in, did one take, and that was that. Like the song we hear, he did that in one take because he was just in the kind of health where he couldn't be in a recording studio that long. I remember, like you read it like these you may know these lists kind of shit. Hold on, did I get a?
It sounds like one of those.
It's a legend thing, man.
Yeah, I don't do any research. I think I heard somewhere that
We don't do research on this podcast. It's
no.
not
But
allowed.
I'm saying, but you're basing it off of like, I think you made that up. Anyway.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna read this headline. We're not gonna go into it, but this is.
Oh, are you on your phone during our podcast?
Well, I'm not looking for anything. I thought I got a text message, so I just listen. I just like my fingers automatically skim straight to like new site or you know, now I've re-downloaded Facebook as like a trial period. Like I'll just skip.
Oh, are you back on Facebook?
No, I'm not. I am and I'm not. I'm back on Facebook. I skim through my list occasionally, but I don't respond. I'm not interacting with Facebook. I'm just seeing it if I can stand the nonsense and the stupid long enough. Giving it a 30-day trial. So this is, I'm not reading. I'm not going to click this, but this is a great example of why people in Hollywood shouldn't be allowed to speak. Demi Lovato, gender reveal parties are transphobic. I fucking can't, man. I just can't.
I think those are people just trying to
make news.
No, they're trying to
win points.
Yeah, they're just trying to get
like when Rusty died and people started making up fake quotes about other people on their fucking posts just to win fucking internet points with everybody else. Hey, I said the thing you wanted to hear out loud. Give me points.
The funnier is when like certain people just keep posting stuff that aren't like, if you're not like related to the guy.
Yeah.
Like if you're not like Jeff, his son.
Yeah.
Can post every day if he wants.
Or the other Jeff, Epperly.
Yeah. Flex.
Wow, I don't think I've ever said his full real name out ever, like in my entire life.
It's weird reading it.
And then hearing it, and then it was like you almost like pause for a moment because like who?
So, but like these other people, they just these like independent wrestlers down here that are like keep posting shit like day after day. It's like come on, man. Like you're just like, I don't know, what are you like searching for attention or validation or some kind of like
things.
Brownie points?
All of those things.
Or like, did you just get excited because normally your posts get 1 or 2 likes and every time you post about someone that just died, you get 20?
And can I say unpopular opinion? Unpopular opinion is the only reason they're so sad is because he was the only person that would feed into their fucking bullshit nonsense and delusions of thinking that they're going to do anything or be anything. And he was a good man, a very good man, and he helped a lot of people get to a lot of places, and he did a lot of cool stuff. But when you are around any business for as long as he was and you affected as many people as he did, hey man, you get some rotten eggs in there. And some of these people that hold on and post constantly about this shit, winning these brownie points, are the people that like, oh, without Rusty Brooks' direct intervention, you would have never been allowed in this.
Yeah, but here's the other thing: is that he's no longer alive to contradict what they're saying.
Oh yeah. Which and it's funny too, is because I look at some of that shit and I knew Rusty, and I'm like, oh man, he would.
He may have let that go without a comment.
Yeah.
But if you tagged him, it might have been tough.
Oh,
he may have contradicted
because him. Especially, he didn't give a fuck.
Listen, he was a good guy.
Yes, he was.
But maybe it all came down to how many of your checks cleared as to how supportive he was.
For some of these people, yes. For some of these people, absolutely.
How supportive he was going to be with your bullshit 10 years later.
And there's more than a few that have posted that I look at. And I'm like, you shitted on him, or not, and shitted on him in a way of like disrespect, but like, there's at least one person who fucking talks about the shit, and I'm like, you like he did so much for you, and you are kind of a piece of shit about the whole deal. I'll tell you off the air, but
can you write it down on a piece of paper right now?
Here.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But you'll know me when I'm talking to, because we shit on the guy all the time. And it's great. This is one of those, I'm far enough removed, I don't give a fuck. like, you know, it's pretty disgusting.
So then just say who it was.
No. You know why? Because he's a guy that personally has never like fucked me, so we're all right and we're cool. But it's like when you're in the wrestling business or any business, you see what people do. You take mental notes. You see, and then you see after the fact. Like I didn't even know my name was out there, and I was saying quotes I had never fucking heard I'd said before until I got back on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, way to put words in my mouth."
I saw someone quoted AJ the other day, and AJ was like, in our thread, he's like, I don't remember ever saying that to him, but it was like something that like I forget what it was, but he's like. The quote was something like, yeah, Anthony pulled me aside and was like, you work really hard, kid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't sound like AJ.
No, at all.
AJ's never said it.
No.
Never has kind words to anyone in the wrestling business.
You're the shits, kid. Go back to McDonald's.
Yeah, it would. If you were doing good, he wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
If you were terrible, he'd let you know.
Yeah. It's just maybe because, and this happens all the time.
We should call him.
There's no way it's 10 o'clock at this point. By the way, this is like one of the earliest podcasts we've done.
I talked to him early this morning because we were both up because we'd eaten like shit the night before. Both had passed out from eating too many carbs and then woke up in pain this morning.
Yeah, you text me. You sent me that message earlier, and I had like just woken up. Because my body always wakes up at about 6:37. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I didn't have my alarm set, and I was up. So I'm just laying in bed, and you sent that message to me, and I'm like, oh, we're going to have an early podcast.
I sent that message to you. You messaged me and said, what time you want to do this?
No, you messaged me a meme.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Oh.
I send pictures and TikToks to people all hours.
But now I know that we weren't going to do the thing we usually do.
You understand, like, you usually wake up in the morning, and on any given day you can wake up, and there'll be 3 things from me that were sent at like 4 in the morning.
I don't need a TikTok account because I've been Temples.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to curate the good stuff anyways. I almost get insulted when you don't look at the things I send you because I'm like, I only send the good stuff, baby. It's everything. Here's 99% of what I send is worth clicking on.
Here's the problem: the majority of the times you send me TikTok stuff, and this is you have no idea. There's nothing. There's no like conspiracy here. It's you always find the time to send when you send me like multiples in a row. It's when I'm having a time of my day where I just want to throw things out the fucking truck window and just say fuck it. Up. Yeah, but you know what happens when I get in my moods.
Yeah, I don't care.
Fair enough.
Like that has anything to do with me.
Speaking of AJ.
What?
Is he still in Florida?
Oh, yeah. I brought that up to him. He was like, son of a bitch. I was like, you realize that Marco and Blake were up in Orlando the weekend you were in Tampa. You could have driven over and hung out with either of them.
Or just
and nobody wanted to see you.
Yeah, nobody
wanted to see you.
It's just weird thing. We only ever really see each other maybe a few times a year maybe. At
the funny thing was I talked him out of coming down here.
Yeah,
it's like it's for a day and but it rained and was like cold up there that whole time and it was nice down here. Oh, fuck it. What are you gonna do?
Oh, fucking amen. Oh, I don't know. It's fucking early in the morning, man. It's like it's not, but like I've been extra tired, both just fucking physically and mentally. Not really physically, mostly mentally because of all the bullshit going on at work. So it's like I told myself, I was like, I'm sleeping in the day, and Ben and I are just gonna have to podcast in the afternoon, and fucking 7:30 in the morning. I'll fucking like get a fucking
I like to be honest. You messaged me way earlier than usual.
Yeah, way earlier because you sent me and I'm like, oh, he's awake, and I was like,
oh no, I might have just gone to sleep. You understand?
I don't know with you. Yeah, it's weird because you could send that like as your like the last gasp before you fucking.
Well, during the week now. Here's my schedule during the week, is that I may or may not stay up till 4:00 in the morning when the pre-market hours of the stock market open.
Oh, that's right.
And then I'll see how things are going, and then maybe I'll catch some Z's until like 10 in the morning
I forgot.
when the actual market is open and trading's been like a half hour in. And then I'll do a little more trading, and then maybe I'll take another nap. And so I don't even like sleep a straight 8 hours during the week. I catch like these 3 or 4 hour like clips here and there. And then on the then yesterday I ate too much food, passed down on the couch. I woke up like in an uncomfortable position this morning.
I keep forgetting about Ben Belfort, pup of Wall Street.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're a pup now. You're a pup. You'll be a wolf one day.
No, I'm not.
One day.
As long as I can pay the bills and not have to actually go out and do anything for anybody else, I think that's all I'm looking for.
I was over at my friend's the other day, and he pissed me off with a story. Well, he didn't piss me off. I was like, God damn it! I need to start this shit. His girlfriend had accidentally put what was it? No, 1,000. She accidentally put $1,000 down on a stock. I had a stock at $9. It was a $9 stock, and she put like $1,000 down on this $9 stock. By accident, she only wanted to put 100, but she fudged the numbers and she was all like, "Oh, about it." 2 days later, it's a $27 stock.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, man, why can't I just accidentally put $1,000 on this fucking $9 stock?
Well, here's it. It's all gambling.
Yeah.
It really is. But the odds are better if you
do your diligence.
yeah, if you know how to do research.
Yeah.
So, the problem is right now, like the whole market's taken like a good like full 10-day dump, or 10 days including the weekend. So like the end of last week and most of this week was like in the shitter, with a lot of down days. So,
but next week could be fucking astronomical. You
it
never
could
know.
be, but like if you have money and stuff, it's down like 30%. So I look and I'm like down like fucking $1,500 or $2,000, but
we play the long game here.
Do we?
At the Breakfast Club podcast.
No, we don't.
I'm
I'm loading up on AMC, baby.
GameStop all day, Daddy.
Well, honestly, though, AMC is about to fucking shoot to the moon. They had some whole... this is boring stuff, but...
No, because we're going to revisit this next week when everything crapped out.
No, it's Monday and Tuesday. It should fucking go bananas. So I won't lie and say I don't have a few bucks in there. Anyway, I don't know. You got anything else you want to actually talk about? Because we've kind of bullshitted for an hour. And are you reading more headlines?
No.
Look at you. You're on your phone again.
It's week 16 of our favorite segment.
Oh.
What do we expect? What do we expect? We're expecting. What are we expecting? We're expecting a baby.
I expect to eventually remember we do this segment.
It's our favorite segment. It's the same every day. Sometimes it has a theme song that we never remember. So my baby is now 16 weeks along. My baby girl.
Oh my god.
My baby girl is now 16. That's right.
I'm still mad we didn't get to do the gender reveal here.
Oh. So yes, I'm having a baby girl, and we have a first name, but I'm not gonna do the name on the podcast until
nobody cares anyways.
Yeah, well, until I want the wife to be okay with that.
Let's leave some things private.
Yeah. So for now, until you guys get into our Patreon and pay for the good stuff, whatever that is.
There's no good stuff.
This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff, the bad stuff, all the stuff right now. So it's week 16 of Baby Prime, and she is now as big as an avocado.
Are we talking? I guess we're talking a normal one of those little dark ones, not one of those Florida ones. Florida ones are like the Haas avocados.
Oh, I listen. I despise avocados, so I don't know anything about the size of avocados.
This sounds like a mushroom thing.
I
don't like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. Oh, I like mushrooms.
No. I hate guac. I hate avocados. I'm not no good. I've tried avocados in a few different varieties.
You're crazy. They're good. They're good and good for you.
Ugh. Your baby is now as big as a Polly Pocket necklace.
I don't even know what that is.
I have it has a photo of looks like Pocahontas. Like a clamshell. I
don't know what it is.
Polly Pocket was that fucking toy in the 90s where you open up the clamshell and it's like she's like this big. She's like very, very tiny, but it's a whole.
Oh, so it was
play
like
set.
a little figurine.
Yeah, a little figurine. It was a whole play set inside just the little necklace.
That sounds stupid as shit.
Well, the boys had Mighty Max, which was an amazing cartoon, by the way.
I don't know what that was either.
Voiced by the same guy who voiced Max Goof and Terry McGinnis of Batman Beyond. Ben's giving me the look. So that, or my baby is now as big, my movie prop of the week, the music box from Anastasia.
I didn't even know what Anastasia was.
You know what's Anastasia? The Russian girl who survived and her family died, was all killed, and she survived, and
This is a child's fucking movie?
holy shit, Ben! I don't know what to do with you. Oh my god! It was
90s. You understand? I was in college already.
No,
I don't.
It's a historical thing where.
Anastasia.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you have some homework now to look up Anastasia.
that ain't happening. I'll take the 0 on that assignment.
Christopher Lloyd was a Rasputin in the movie. It was a very
What?
Yeah. They did an animated movie, and it's very interesting because
Oh, no wonder you watched it. It was a
it's like the unofficial. It's like an unofficial Disney movie because a lot of the animators and everything. And it was originally going to be a Disney project, but Disney turned it down. I forgot what movie they did instead.
Probably something successful.
Anastasia did well. It's a fucking loved classic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, and you're triggering me right now. Okay, so that's...
They're probably like, nah, we got this little thing called Beauty and the Beast we're going to try out.
Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Let's see. I saw, what's funny was I was at college at the Rhode Island School of Design, and they were starting to have a relationship with Disney.
Yeah.
Like maybe a pipeline of people coming out of school to go work for them. And so they gave us a special screening of that before it came out in the theaters at
Oh, wow.
at the theater downtown, the Providence Performing Arts
Was
Center.
it completed at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we got to see Beauty and the Beast at the Providence Performing Arts Center, which is like a nice, like fancy theater.
Yeah.
Although the two things I've seen there are Beauty and the Beast before anyone else saw it, and Andrew Dice Clay. So
Talk about walking the spectrum there.
same year. I was like, I went from like a free comp ticket because from school to see Beauty and the Beast, and then like let's just pretend I have any sense of a timeline. A month later, I'm there watching Andrew Dice Clay do stand up, and that was like in his fucking peak, like right before he started. Like that was probably the tour where he. By the end of that year was doing stadiums and stuff.
Yeah.
So dude, I watched like chicks flashing him, and it was like rock star shit going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dice is one of the few guys, and then later on, it was like you had the opportunity to. I'm like, I don't want to see Dice in the '60s.
He's still, dude.
Yeah, but it's
Here, you need to follow him on like Instagram and stuff. He's hilarious.
He
He
does
does
a
his shtick. He does like the fucking character, and he'll walk around with Elaine Kerrigan, who he used to be married to, but he still tours with, and they just bicker.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest fucking shit.
It must be freeing for them.
What?
Because, they're divorced now, so they just have fun fucking with each other. And just...
Yeah.
It's probably better. Probably a better relationship. I see that a lot with people.
Yeah.
But that's not a inclination for people to go out and get divorced or anything. It's just some relationships seem to do better without the titles.
Like The Rock and his wife.
Yeah, no shit, right? That's got to be the most successful divorce in fucking history.
Well, I don't know if the divorce is what is successful. I think they have just remained successful.
I mean, everything about them pretty much shits excellence.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now his daughter, whenever she decides to be in that Fugazi fucking wrestling organization that they run up north yet.
It's funny because she's been there a while, and we haven't heard them using her, which I don't know.
They might wait for crowds to come back.
I guess. Maybe.
I don't think crowds will ever come back WWE myself. I think Vince loves the idea that he doesn't have the opportunity to have his opinions or his ideas poo-pooed by a live crowd.
Right. You don't get to be spontaneously rejected on the spot. It has to wait a week for ratings.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the internet stuff 24 hours later.
Let the faceless internet tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Fuck those people that pay their hard-earned money.
Terrible.
I don't know, man. I got nothing really else.
This has
week.
been the most meandering fucking.
Yeah, well, listen, man. Not a fuck lot happened.
Okay, next week I'm going to tell one of the stories I've been sitting on.
Like literally, are you sitting on it right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
I've been
egg.
been holding a few of the good ones. So we'll tell the story.
Oh, it's teaser. This is a teaser for next week,
yeah,
everyone.
yeah. In case you've stuck around this long.
Spoiler alert: we'll forget most of it.
This isn't a spoiler. But I'll tell one of the good stories I've been sitting on. Maybe the one about how I fucked my roommate's girlfriend and then.
Oh my god!
And then he caught us and he kicked her out and I got to stay another 4 years as his roommate.
That's a great story, man. That's a fucking.
Either
great
that one
story.
or we'll tell about the one where I got kind of caught up in the swing lifestyle without knowing it.
That's a Seinfeld.
Before I knew what
there.
swingers were, and then all of a sudden I'm kind of like seeing this married lady,
Yeah,
and hanging out with the husband.
that's another good story.
And going, what's going on here?
All right,
One of those two.
So some good Ben Temple's debauchery stories. The Temple of Debauchery opens up next week. All right, cool.
Either one involves.
I like it, and we have week 17 of What to Expect. So we've got a few things to look forward to.
Yeah, let's tune in for. You think anyone sits through an hour of this bullshit just to find out what 3 random objects your baby resembles?
I hope so. I really do.
So. I don't know. All right. So let's pretend like we're
A real podcast, and let's sell some merch.
I forgot all about that. Yes. So go to our website, brizzcliz.com, brizzcliz.com, and there you can find our merchandise. We got T-shirts, hats, hoodies, all kinds of fun stuff like that. You can support the brand. We have all of our social medias: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I don't remember what else. But those links are all available everywhere.
Can you still find us on Pornhub?
Funny you should ask. I was uploading our podcast to Pornhub for a little while, and then you had to there was some all of a sudden you couldn't you had to have some kind of certification in your account or something.
Oh, that's right, because they kicked off all the amateurs and all that
to
shit.
upload stuff or whatever, and I was just like. I'm sure it was something simple to do, but I was like, oh, this sounds like work. And so then I just stopped.
And the tiniest roadblocks?
Yeah, dude, speed bumps. No.
I'm just going to turn around.
And check out all of our podcasts.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually decent.
Yeah.
And then some are like this.
Yeah. And make sure you like and subscribe and share and all the likes
keeps
and subscribes and shares. All
yeah,
of them.
I think that stuff helps. I don't know.
I don't know.
If anyone ever did it, I'd be able to find out.
If people love us, they'll try.
I don't think. Then, see,
If you have lukewarm care,
I'm still waiting for someone to send me a free pizza, by the way.
send Ben his goddamn pizza.
3000 Palm Trace Landings Drive, Davie, Florida.
Apartment 106.
Apartment 106, that's right. All right. Let's say goodbye to this one and start.
Wow.
We got another one to do.
That's right.
The one we're actually excited about doing.
The one where we probably won't have pauses in.
All right, bye.